That was basically how the deck worked, wasn't it? It was just how many constructs can you keep going, and then you generally lose when you run out of constructs.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know much about Luke Parks.
He's reasonably well known in England. I don't think he's done anything really huge, but he's very consistent around the regional circuit. He's usually a go-to player about kind of strategy and things like that. So, yeah.
Okay,
that's why we picked this matchup because we kind of knew Tom Payne, and Luke was very consistent kind of regional level player.
So looking at the deck list, we've got Tom Payne is actually playing a extra deck Monarch deck, XE Monarch deck.
Yeah.
Seems very popular with some of the high level players that I've spoken to this weekend. The extra deck version.
Yeah, I feel like it's really getting the traction now.
And tell me about what Luke Parks is playing this weekend.
So he's playing the Card of Demise version of Cosmo.
Right, this was the one that won the Belgium? No, not Belgium. Sorry, the Netherlands National Championship. Sorry, I do know that you got Dutch National Championship. So I know I shouldn't confuse them. That's actually a really bad thing. But this is really interesting because I'm curious to see how this works.
So he's not playing Dark Planet, which was one of the cards that we saw the Dutch National Champion playing, I think.
I don't remember.
I don't know if I'm
honest.
Okay. So yeah, he basically plays both Pot of Duality and Card of Demise to try and just dig through his deck more quickly and have a big lineup of traps. So 3 Solemn Strikes, Solemn Warning, full Solemn Kit, 3 Cosmojos, and then a couple of Chaos Trap Holes, and then full 5 Call of the Haunteds, some Oasis in there.
This should be an interesting matchup. We're going to head over to the table and we're going to get these guys started. Do we know who's going first yet? Or?
Yes, Luke's starting.
Luke's starting. Okay, that's really interesting. So we'll see this Tin Can play.
So very soon going to take over. There we go.
There we go.
So we've got Luke Parks on the left playing Demise Cosmo. So he's going to go first. So we were talking about the kind of benefits of Demise Cosmo versus the Fire King Island build. He's not going to have a very explosive start, Luke Parks here. He's probably going to be playing quite defensive.
Yeah, but you can look at the things like Call of the Haunted and Oasis of Dragon Souls giving a lot of interactivity in his opponent's turn, since Dark Destroyer can either end up in his hand at the end of the turn, or it can just end up in the graveyard, and it doesn't really matter. It's fine either way.
Yes, quick readout here of their hands. Luke Parks opens. Yeah, sorry, Luke Parks opens with Emergency Teleport, Pot of Duality, and then he's got 3 Cosmo monsters. He has Farm Girl, Tin Can, and Dark Destroyer. Okay,
coming from Luke's side, we have Idea, Erebus, and what card I can't make out. I think that's Vanity's Fiend.
Vanity's Fiend, yeah, that's Tom's hand.
Tenacity. Oh, sorry, yeah. We've got Tenacity of the Monarchs, and we have Pantheism of the Monarchs. So a good start for
reasonable start for both players, in all honesty. So he played Pot of Duality, and he went straight for the Cosmo Tower.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's worth mentioning, if you're watching and you've not been playing Yu-Gi-Oh since like the early 2000s, when we say Demise Cosmo, he's not playing the Ritual Monster.
No. However, I do remember that deck. That was a great deck.
That'd be a great way to troll people in this particular case. If you're like, yeah, I'm actually I'm playing the Ritual. I'm playing Demise Cosmo. They go, okay, wait, what's happening right now?
Yeah. However, that would be quite good to be able to play Demise, pulse the field, and then play your Cosmo Farm Girl.
Yeah, well, the problem is you can see all these people getting up in arms about paying 800, and you imagine it's pay 2k, win the game.
Yeah, exactly. So let's see where he decides to go with this.
Alright, so that Pot of Duality...
He shuffled some cards in.
Yeah, that Pot of Duality in Cosmo probably gives away the type of build that he's playing to Tom.
Yeah, certainly does.
And there's a Tin Can. That's a very good start for him.
Yeah. So Luke's going to have to hope that he can just set the rest of his hand.
He didn't play Demise, did he? So it doesn't really matter.
No, but still, in that deck, the best shot you have is to just have your whole hand be trap cards.
Because, yeah, that's like 3 Cosmojo, 3 Solemn Strikes, 1 Solemn Warning, Chaos Trap Hole, Call of the Haunted, and Oasis Dragon Souls. That's 14 trap cards. That's a huge number.
Yeah. So, Dark Destroyer, Forerunner, and a Dark Lady. So that's going to be the Forerunner.
Dark Lady, very, very strong against the Monarch deck, as we found out, especially builds playing heavily onto the Idea, trying to get that normal summon out.
Yeah.
You end up with these really awkward positions where you don't have the Storm Forth.
You just can't do much, can you?
Yeah. Okay, we're going to see Tenacity of the Monarchs, revealing Erebus, and he'll go searching. I believe he already has Pantheism, we know this from his opening, so he's probably going to get the Prime Monarch. There we go.
Yeah, so that little trio there, the Prime Monarch, Tenacity, and Pantheism, always kind of, you don't see one without the other.
Perfect setup with for Tom in his first turn.
Tom's just waiting here for his...
He hasn't picked up the Monarch yet, because he knows he's going to summon it this turn.
He actually drew Domain and Stormcloth as well. Wow. These are all the cards you want. I don't really know what he's going to search with Pantheism though.
Which ship did he add to his hand? Was it Forerunner or Dart Destroyer?
He got Forerunner.
Forerunner. Okay, so he's... But the face-hanging card could very easily be called the Haunted to disrupt in place.
Yeah.
Yep, there's the Stormforth, and Stormforth. Luke very wisely chooses Stormforth to give to his opponent.
That is a wise decision, Matt. I just don't think it would have been good to pick anything else.
Oh, he could have chose the other Stormforth. I'm trying too hard for that. It's just he added Stormforth. I'm bailing on that one. That was just terrible.
You bail? Okay. Well, we see the Prime Monarch coming into play.
See, Stormforth is so good in this situation because even if the Tin Can is banished, the ship can just be tributed because Stormforth is a non-targeting removal card, which is why Cosmo notoriously have a bad Monarch matchup, especially with the lack of trap cards being played by Luke Parks on the first turn. He could be in a really bad position here because this is Erebus that's been shown, and then you're going to see Return of the Monarch's going to add Ether, and Tom Payne's set up for not only this turn, the next turn. Oh no, he's going to Vanity. Oh,
yeah, he's just going to take away his opponent's card. So actually, it's really weird that we see this. When we were playing in the office, we had this exact same situation where I thought, do I want to Stormforth my opponent's Tin Can away? It was your Tin Can. Do I want to Stormforth it away? Because you might have Cosmojo, which will be an easy out to my Vanity's Fiend. I think I was playing Majesty's Fiend actually, but still, same situation.
Yeah, basically,
it's a difficult decision. If that's a Cosmojo, then he's got an easy out.
Since this is a resolved Vanity's Fiend, the only card in the entire Cosmo lineup that's going to deal with that is Cosmojo, unless he tributes someone.
Or Chaos Trap Hole.
Chaos Trap Hole he's already resolved a monster.
Oh yeah, now.
And Solemn Warning and Solemn Striker do nothing. So in this particular situation,
it is Cosmojo.
He has to Cosmojo.
Yeah, at this point he has to have that.
Okay, so we're just going to use Cosmo Time.
Yeah, time to shuffle back those Cosmos back into Cosmo Town.
Because if he
some new cards.
If he whiffs on this turn and is unable to deal with the Vanity's Fiend, there's a very real risk that Tom will follow up with the Erebus tribute summon.
Yeah.
And he will just follow that up, and he'll take another card away from Luke, and then he'll be threatening lethal damage over 2 turns.
Yeah.
There's another Tin Can number 2, and another set card.
Yeah. So, as opposed to Majesty's Fiend, he's still going to be able to at least do a little bit of searching and thinning of the deck with his Tin Can. Yeah,
I don't know why I said lethal over 2 turns. He's representing it because obviously Luke got attacked after the Stormforth.
Yeah, so he's with that and an Airbus.
Yeah, that would be 52.
Yeah.
He can special summon, so even Call Haunteds are off limits here.
Yeah.
Luke hasn't picked up his cards, so maybe he's he has found the Cosmojo.
Yeah. Let's see what else he decides to look at with Tin Can here. I can't even think what you would want to go for, to be honest. Yeah, I guess just more ships that you don't really want to draw, because only Slip Rider is going to be useful in this scenario. Actually, no, even Slip Rider is not much use. I was thinking because you can at least tribute summon it, but still, it's not big enough.
No, if he was playing his own Stormforth, he could deal with that Vanity's Fiend with Slip Rider, but...
So now he actually has 2 Dark Destroyers in hand, if I remember correctly. Unless he shuffled one away earlier, we can't see his hand, so...
Oh, the Dark Destroyer, as long as the Vanity's Fiend is there. Oh, and then Vanity's Fiend number 2. That means Cosmojo.
Just in case Cosmojo.
Yeah, that means Cosmojo is... Luke would need to get not only another 2 Cosmojos, 2 Cosmo monsters that he's able to field. This is a very, very bad situation for Luke.
Yeah. But a great situation for Tom here.
Yeah.
Double Vanity's Fiend. How many of these Vanity's Fiend is he playing
in the main deck as well? Yeah, he's
playing the full 3.
Yeah, he's threatening a game right here. It's got to be Cosmojo. He was expecting that. You can see the way he was already picking this up.
Yeah.
And then 24 goes in. With no cards banished, he can't even use Cosmotown to get back any way of protecting his life points.
No.
Tom sets a card and ends his turn.
I think he's going to just have to start setting monsters at this point.
Yeah, well, I think Tom Payne is very, very likely to just go ahead and get himself another Stormforth tribute. Go for it. He's
just playing Cosmotown over the other Cosmotown.
Yeah. Any reason to do that? To make Demise, maybe he's got Demise accessible and he needs to just get cards out of his hand. And he had 2 monsters right there, so...
I thought I don't know why he did that, because he could have shuffled once and then shuffled again.
Can you use it once per turn? Or is it each one is once per turn?
It's once per turn, it's not a named card, it's once per turn.
Okay, so
you could shuffle twice.
Soft once per turn,
yeah.
I guess. That's the best way to say that.
Yeah.
There's a Farm Girl.
Yeah.
And there's card Demise.
Yep. Okay, so that must be why he decided to do that. There was no reason to do that before now.
And he sets set 5.
So yeah, Cosmojo is the only out here, but that would be fine because he would be able to then play one of his Call of Hornets. So he has 5 back right here. He's got to have an array of Call of Hornets and Solemns, and it's all just down to whether he has another Cosmojo or not.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have one, he's looking for it. Surely he would know.
Yeah.
Oh no.
He would have flipped that up immediately. But
this seems really strange because if he draws into Cosmojo, then he's not going to be able to use it.
He has no banish Cosmo monsters, so he's got 5 spells or traps here. Interestingly, Tom decided to play more conservatively there. Yep, and that's going to be Luke picking up his cards. Double Vanity Fiend in the main deck was just absolute killer there. It took Luke straight out of the match.
Yeah.
So, looking at the side decks, I'm pretty sure Luke's going to be after experiencing that, considering the double Dark Holes, the Regeki. Drowning Mirror Force again is probably another... Well, I say again, it's the first time we'll see it this weekend.
Definitely an option.
I really like Drowning Mirror Force because it's like the old school Mirror Force where if you resolved it against 2 or more monsters, you win. But now so many people discount Mirror Force and these kinds of effects because their monsters self-replace. Drowning can just literally take the game away from the opponent completely.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna see those Drowning Mirror Forces definitely go in. The Twin Twisters, the board wipe cards as well for the Cosmo matchup.
Yeah. Twin Twisters, maybe. I don't.
I think
it's
so.
not really worth it because his opponent's only playing 3 Prime Monarchs as trap slots.
Yeah, but he could very well be siding in like Iron Walls or something. He's not, but you know, I would put Twin Twisters in just in case my opponent.
That's interesting. Do you side deck under anticipation that you expect your opponent to make the play, or do you wait until you see it and then go? Actually, I suppose in this situation when you're losing, you kind of have to take that risk. But if you have the opportunity of a game 3, does that change your decision on taking a risky pick?
Definitely. I would always think to myself, oh, what is my opponent going to side deck? Let's side deck against that. There's situations where I've...
But you would do that regardless of whether or not there was a possibility for game 3 for you. You'd say, game 2, I'm expecting decrease, so it comes in.
Well, yeah, definitely. I think it was, you know, so Necros format was one that I distinctly remember. You never played MST in the main deck until you saw a deck that was playing the anti-Necros cards. You would wait. You wouldn't wait. You'd put it in game 2 because you knew that it would just basically be like a loss immediately if they got their floodgates. Yeah. You just have to anticipate their plays.
So in that case, it's 100%, in your opinion, worth the risk to side in anticipation, knowing that your opponent's going to do this.
I don't see it as a risk. I see it as a necessity, just in case your opponent does play something. So in this case, he's not. But you know, if he does, then
well, I guess
you just lose.
Yeah, that's the thing. You in this game, you can never really afford to just not play an eye at all to something and accept auto losses. Well, you can, but over the course of a tournament, if you just have auto losses that you accept, you're prone to just getting unlucky in your matchups and this taking you out of the tournament.
Yeah. So, and Tom Payne's got the exact opposite in mind. He's probably going to think, I'm going to put in as many cards as I can that are going to make it so that I can automatically win the game.
Yeah, he's probably going to be aware that his opponents are going to be playing Mask of Restricts, which are actually not in the side deck of Luke
Parks. No, he's not playing any.
He's playing strange. 2 system downs though. Oh wait, sorry, that's irrelevant against Tom. Tom's not playing Cosmo.
Yeah. Yeah. But so there's some full houses as well for Tom Payne. We might see a big full house be resolved against.
Oh yeah, that would be brutal because he is playing one of these heavy demise builds.
Yeah, so a lot of traps. So they're just shuffling up now. Some vibrant orange sleeves there.
I like the bright card sleeves. I don't know why, they're kind of nice to look at.
What coloured sleeves did you use to play in?
Blue, actually.
Blue?
Yeah, I played white, but the problem is that white ones get dirty. You have to just keep replacing them, otherwise you're risking more card penalties.
Yeah.
So I moved away from white. Black sleeves I started to like because you just get a bit of grime or something on them and you don't. It's not noticeable.
Yeah. Yeah. So I used to play in yellow sleeves and I switched to pink for a while. Bright pink sleeves, and then I did go with white in the end.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see game 2 starting up in just a second.
Yeah. So people who are watching, tell us what color sleeves are you playing, and why do you have to play in the sleeves?
Honestly, the problem is I don't think anybody cares. Like the only person who cares is the person answering the question, and nobody else cares about the answer.
Well, people like to know why people play particular colored sleeves. Anyway,
I've never thought of it as a question to ask my opponent to maybe mess with their side decking game. And I was like, so why are you playing the blue sleeves? What's so special about those?
Yeah. Well, anyway, so we're into the game now.
Yeah,
I filled enough time with talking about my sleeve shenanigans. so we see Upstart Goblin being played here straight into a Pot of Duality. So this is going to limit. So he's definitely not going to take that emergency teleport if his game plan is
probably Dark Destroyer. I think actually, if he's got the Tin Can in his hand already, it just makes.
He does have Tin Can in his hand. He actually has a full hand of just ships.
Oh, that is the worst possible thing for his deck because he's not going to be able to get these cards out of his hand. So even if he draws a demise, he's going to be in a position where he can't really do anything.
Yeah, well, he's got a Farm Girl, Tin Can, Dark Destroyer, Forerunner, and then whatever he just took from the Pot of Joy.
That is actually really interesting though. Looking at his deck, the really high monster count. Well, actually higher than normal monster count for a demise deck, playing 14 monsters. I wonder how often they end up jamming.
Yeah.
Well, considering the record that he's on at the moment, probably not as much.
No. So we see Tom Payne's hand here. Actually, he's got. I can't remember its full name. Frost Blast of the Monarchs.
Oh, it's the card from Premium Gold that destroys set cards?
Yeah, destroy a set card and then you banish one from the graveyard to target another set spell and trap, and then does it destroy it or your opponent can't use it or something like that?
I can't remember, we can just quickly look it up.
Yeah.
We're going to see Cosmotown going to Luke's hand. That's actually really, really good for him because it will allow him to get some of those ships out of his hand should he see a card of demise, and you can actually try exchanging those cards for some suitable trap cards. Yeah, so you banish it and another Monarch spell and trap from your graveyard, and then you get to destroy a set card. So it destroys 2 set cards? Yeah. Yeah, during the turn that it's used as well, you can use that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it is. So both players played Upstart Goblin here. Newly limited card. I know we actually got a lot of flack for limiting Upstart Goblin. But for some of you guys, if you're interested, with the FTK decks, everyone just said, hey, hit Explosion, that will solve the problem. And what we found is that you end up playing whack-a-mole with all these FTK decks, because then there's just a different one that pops up. And one of the things that was just happening is cards like Upstart Goblin, Chicken Game was just allowing you to get to these pieces so fast that it actually made sense to try and take away the tools that applies to all FTK decks as opposed to just addressing one specific one. Because today, well, that day it was Explosion, the next day it's going to be, I don't know, Exodia or something. It makes sense. I appreciate it wasn't the popular opinion, but I know a lot of you guys have said it also. You don't like these kind of uninteractive FTK decks.
Yeah.
So this is our way of trying to address that.
Yeah. So we see a Mithril coming down here. As soon as he's summoned, you get to give your opponent a token that's got the same stats as it has. But we see Luke Parks this time being able to react to Tom Payne's plays. Just going to set a couple of back rows and pass the turn.
I think he's asking a question about the restrictions for what he can and can't do with his own token. I don't believe he has any restrictions on his own token.
I don't think it does have any restrictions.
And he summons Farm Girl. If that Farm Girl connects, that's game.
Yep.
Even
if Tom Payne is on 9,000 life points.
Well, I guess he could Solemn Strike it after. So he'd take 3,000 and then take another 3,000.
Yeah.
But there's also Cosmotine in Luke Park's hand, so he could actually exchange his cards into whatever he wants to.
Yeah. Let's see if that Farm Girl is going to connect. He's playing Twin Twisters to destroy his own Prime Monarch so that he can summon it back.
Oh, that's pretty clever. Yeah, and then he can banish the other card that he doesn't need right now.
Yeah. Doesn't Prime Monarch need to be in the graveyard for a turn?
Nope, you can get it back the turn that you use it, I'm pretty sure. It's Dark Destroyer. Both Dark Destroyers connect.
Oh, yeah,
oh, there's Emergency Teleport.
He probably only plays one Farm Girl.
Yeah, that seems to be pretty standard right now. Oh, there's a second Farm Girl. Well, the Farm Girl's already been banished.
Oh, but he's playing two.
She's already been banished this turn, so he's not going to be able to do anything else with the Farm Girl.
Yeah, that's true.
But he can go get a Cosmojo or something.
Yeah.
I
think he just realised. I think he got a bit excited, played his teleport, and then realised, oh, I can't actually banish that.
Yeah, that's a huge hit. That's six. Well, that's actually more than 6,000, isn't it? That's like 7,500 he's just put through there. Yeah, he goes for the Cosmojo.
Yeah.
It's not the worst thing with the Farm Girl. He has got the Cosmotine in hand, so...
We see Tom Payne's life points drastically dropping here. Really just...
Like if we were using holograms, Tom would have been just knocked off his chair right
now.
That was a massive hit.
Yeah. I'm interested to see whether Luke decides to make some crazy rank 8 play into number 38.
I don't know if that's worth doing. See, this is always a really awkward situation for Cosmo when you have this as an available option to you.
Yeah.
Because taking away an opponent's spell when when he's got 2 cards in hand means that you've got a chance of blanking one, like 33% of that card, the cards in his hand.
Yeah.
But the Dark Destroyers themselves are both really, really difficult to deal with. I mean, his opponent would need to go Monarch Stormforth, Erebus, and then he could take away both Dark Destroyers and attack over the Farm Girl.
Yeah.
This would work. He could negate the spell, but I guess it's a question of do you think your opponent's going to be able to do it with their 3-card hand?
Yeah, so that the Farm Girl got banished in the end phase. Wow, okay, so that's pretty decent.
Soul Strike.
Striked. Pretty decent card to have, but when it's getting striked, and I think Tom Payne's picking up his cards.
Yep.
Wow. So that was a real swing of events there.
Yeah.
We saw Luke in the first game just completely locked down by that Vanity's Fiend, and then during this second game here, his deck just did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah, well, we talked about this actually in testing, and Cosmo literally cannot do anything if you've got Vanity's Fiend or Majesty's Fiend in play. They don't actually run any monsters capable of dealing with these. Well, actually, if you're playing Vanity's Fiend, they could play Good Witch, but no one actually plays this anymore.
Yeah.
Otherwise, once you summon these, your opponent absolutely has to have either spell or trap removal for these monsters, or they lose the game.
Yeah. Or yeah, it's just Cosmojo. You're relying on Cosmojo.
And so many people have gone down to as few as one copy.
In the Fire King Island build. I definitely think that Luke Parks will put in his full kit of Raigeki and Double Dark Hole.
He kind of has to.
Yeah, to deal with the fiends.
He was relying on 3 trap-based answers last in the game 1, and that just didn't work out for him.
No.
Although Tom's really prepared for that, as you saw with the Frost. Is it Frost Blast?
Yeah, Frost Blast. Yeah.
Being able to take out 2 of the face down cards before he commits to any plays is...
He's only playing 1, but obviously it's searchable with Tenacity, so...
Yeah, and you get 2 uses out of it.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you search with Tenacity, you can banish the Tenacity for its second effect straight away.
Yep, and you can suddenly take away your opponent's Solemn Strike and Cosmojo, and then carry on with your plays as you would.
Yeah. So, let's see where Tom decides to go here, if he decides to go first or not. Because now that he knows that his opponent's playing the Demise version, he's most likely not going to want to let him be able to get set up with those big plethora of trap cards.
Yeah, well, Tom can also play it in the sense of that it puts Luke in a position where he either commits to his attacks in special summons, or he has to commit to his Demise.
Yeah, exactly.
Does Demise say you can't special summon turn you activate it, or for the rest of the turn?
No, it's the full turn.
So it's, it's you can't cheat the restriction.
Yeah. Yeah, because otherwise you'd be able to teleport and then play Demise.
Oh, that would be really, really sick. That would
be good.
Absolutely horrible to play against.
Yeah. And for those who don't know, the map that they're playing on now is actually the Top Cut map for Nationals. It looks really, really cool. It's I can't remember its name.
Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon.
Twin Burst Dragon. I can't remember the burst. I knew it was Twin something Dragon.
I think it's Twin Burst.
Yeah,
I had to find out yesterday when we
were looking at the Shining Victories.
Shining Victories set.
Yeah. That's a pretty cool card that is being used currently in the OCG using the Blue Eyes deck.
Yeah, they're playing quite a few goodies that we don't have at the moment, but you never know what could happen. Yeah, the Twin Burst Dragon we just got in Shining Victories, so that's if you want to build a Blue Eyes deck at the moment, you just got a ton of cool stuff in Shining Victories that you can help your Blue Eyes deck with. Luke seems to be having some problems shuffling his opponent's deck. You get a bit nervous, especially when you know there's how many people watching. We've got quite a few people watching right now.
Let's have a quick look. Just over 750 people.
So it's like 750 of you guys watching, and like the worst thing you want to do, you never want to drop the cards or anything, so then you start thinking about it, and then you stop shuffling naturally. Okay, Tom, interesting hand. I saw Prime Monarch, 1 for 1. Okay, let's start with the hand that we can actually see clearly.
Yeah, so the Cosmo hand is open to Deflector.
That's very good against Monarch from what I hear.
Yes, it is. Monarch seems to have opened pretty well as well. Actually, no.
He's got no Monarch.
He's got nothing to reveal with Tenacity.
He's got 3 blanks, technically, because he can't get rid of the Prime Monarch out of his hand.
Yeah.
Can't play Tenacity. Return of the Monarch is not doing anything for him. So he's relying on his draw.
Yeah.
In fact, even he needs a Monarch on the draw, and then he can go Stormforth to fix his hand up.
Yeah, I mean, 1 for 1 can help a little, but
he still needs a Monarch to play.
Yeah, exactly.
And as he elected to go first, he will not be getting that draw. And we've seen Cosmo do horrible, horrible things to open fields.
Yeah, and currently his only set card, I don't even know what he would have set. But
maybe Return of the Monarchs.
I think that Tom Payne would have been more clever here. He should have played 1 for 1 to at least play some cards.
He probably knows that he absolutely has to have the option to tribute summon with his first drawn Monarch. But he's got quite a few good draws in the deck. I mean, Pantheism is still there to help fix this up. Of course, any big Monarch. You can draw Foolish Burial, then use Erebus.
We just saw here that Luke Parks has connected with the Farm Girl now, so it's just a matter of time. Let's see what he goes and searches and see if the rest of his hand. Let's have a look at his rest of his hand again. Okay, so the rest of his hand doesn't
His hand
provide.
is very well kitted against Tom Paine if he does go ahead and make the play to summon Cosmo Dark Lady.
Yeah.
Because then it also blanks to 1/1 in his hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
So
his
I
opponent,
think he's going to do that.
yeah, his opponent literally has to draw a Monarch or a Pantheism.
Yeah, and that lady's pretty big as well, 2200.
Or the Foolish Bear, as I said. 'Cause you can use Erebus to turn it goes to the graveyard, right?
I think so, yeah. This is just so Luke Parks has, just converted a single card from his hand into the field here. Actually, well, not even that, because he got the farm girl to go and search another card. So he's going to shuffle 3 cards back here, and they're just going to go straight back in, and he's going to hope to draw some more trap cards. He already has 2 trap cards. So
He also threw out one of the farm girls. I don't know if he should have held one of those for the opportunity to close the game next turn, or if he's just that confident he's going to draw something else. Because the farm girl represents any direct attack as a victory against Tom at this stage, because he's below 4,500 life points.
yeah, it seems strange that he would throw away all of his Cosmo Monsters.
Oh, he could maybe draw Tin Can Dark Destroyer, just win that way.
Yeah. So he is saying 3 cards. 4 cards. Whoa.
The fact that he shuffled those so hard tells me that there are quite a few cards down there that he probably don't really do much.
Well, does he play anything you'd want to not do much with? I mean, there could be a few card demise or something, or...
You know what? There's going to be no good face down cards for Tom, because everyone always say that. He goes, "Oh, these are bad cards or something," and you're like, you don't play bad cards in your deck. No. Like when you sit down, you care, and especially on a record like this. What is it? 4 1s or 5 0s?
So you've played 4 games at this point, so these will be 4 0s.
And these are the 4 0s that we're currently looking at.
Yeah. So Luke Parks has at least 2 good trap cards, because we saw it in his opening hand. So there's 2 other cards that are set there.
And
you just have Pantheism.
Yeah, that puts him life.
Yeah.
There's almost certainly a Cosmojo down there.
The thing is, even if Tom Paine manages to make a little bit of a comeback here, he's on not a lot of life points as far as Cosmo's concerned. He's on 4,300 life points. That's not much.
And the Dark Lady just makes this 1/1 really difficult, because if he goes for the idea just gets negated. He does keep his normal summon though. Triple Stormforth. Okay, so he's going to go Stormforth, Prime Monarch, and
tribute summon whatever he's got. His hand didn't have any monarchs.
He didn't have any monarchs at the beginning.
He did play Pantheism.
Yeah, so he may have drawn. Yeah, I think I saw. Like he's got Aether and Erebus there.
Yeah. So I think he's going to bait out this Dark Lady with him.
It's interesting.
Don't know why Luke's still shuffling.
It's interesting because he could have played around that, but he's choosing very intentionally to let his opponent use the Dark Lady.
I think he's going to do that, and then he's going to play through it with 1/1 get idea. Idea's going to get negated by Dark Witch. He's going to play Addis's effect to get back the idea, summon the Prime Monarch, and then tribute 2. Or play Monarch Stormforth.
If it gets negated, he gets to add the Banish Spell Trap back, right? Because it's sent from the field to the graveyard, because Cosmo Dark Lady doesn't get so he's going to add the Pantheism.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so Tom's now starting to look
he's
really
running on
for him. And again, he hasn't used his normal summon yet, so he can still make one of these big tribute plays.
Yep. So just having a quick look at idea.
Yeah, and they're just asking if that play was legal.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, yeah, there's the Deflector face down, so Stormforth is actually a blank card as well.
Yeah, but I think he's got idea and Prime that he can get.
So he's got a third opportunity to put down the monsters he needs to make this summon successful.
Yeah.
And he's gonna He's explaining something to do with Storm Forth.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure where he's. I don't know where Eddie has gone.
I think it's being read by the judge to ask whether or not pantheism goes back to Tom Payne's hand. I'll just give them a minute to resolve this.
Okay, so the issue is, if Eddie's effect is negated, will it still place the restriction of being unable to use the extra deck?
Ah, okay, that's an interesting one.
Let's have a look. I think that because it negated the effect, and the effect is simultaneous, that it would negate the effect of stopping him from summoning from the extra deck. But we'll let the judges decide it here. I could be wrong.
Okay, play's resumed.
So yes, the answer is yes. The player can still special summon from the extra deck.
Okay. Pantheism, I'm going to discard a card, draw 2 cards. The Upstart Goblin.
So, just to go back to where we are here with this game. So, Dark Lady has negated an effect this turn, so he can't use that again. And now I think Tom Payne's just trying to figure out a way around getting this Dark Lady off the field without triggering any of his back row. Oh, and he's kindly showing us his whole graveyard. So I think he's probably going to use the effect of... I think the line of plays here would be to banish Eidos to get Idea back, just so you can tribute it and also get the Prime Monarch. I understand he's not going to get Idea's effect if he summons it with Eidos, but if he needs 2 tributes, then he needs 2 tributes, doesn't he?
Yeah, he did discard the Storm Forth, which must mean he has a read on Magical Deflector.
So we'll see. Luke might decide to do something about this here. Okay, so I think Tom Payne's just reinforcing the fact he's going to make a summon here. Maybe Luke's going to take the risk and play the Cosmojo. Yeah, unless we're just talking about this for no reason. He has like a Chaos Trap Ball or something. Then we're just going to be.
Tom doing everything ever so slowly because he obviously knows there's a huge amount of risk involved with this.
I think Luke's just trying to decide here what he wants to do with this. So apparently he has no response.
Yeah, with the
I'm surprised. He should have just used Cosmojo here because then he wouldn't have got return either.
Yeah, maybe.
I really don't understand why.
Does he have Cosmojo?
Definitely.
Yeah, he does. We saw it on turn 1.
100%.
So he could have took away the Erebus, and then his opponent would have not been able to resolve Return of the Monarchs.
Yeah, just he wouldn't. That would have been so good for him. He would have basically taken away 2 cards. Could have blanked out Return of the Monarchs. Okay, so he's putting a card back. Okay, so that's not too bad, I guess. He can still use Cosmojo if he's got it. But I mean, at this point, like, Luke Parks is now being forced to make that decision to use Cosmojo, whereas earlier he had a choice, and that the choice would have been good to use it then.
Yeah.
Unless, you know, there must be something else he has here.
Oh, it wouldn't have been Solemn Strike. He could have Solemn Strike then, but because the way you can build the chain with Return of the Monarchs. Now he's using Cosmojo.
That just seems really unoptimal.
Yeah, he just gave his opponent the free Monarch search with Prime Monarch in the graveyard.
Yeah, he put an extra Prime Monarch in the graveyard. He played Return of the Monarchs. Just, yeah, that was really unoptimal.
I think he has Frostblast. Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he does. He's setting Frostblast. That feels weird.
Well, I can make sense of it.
So I think Luke's best draw here is to draw a big ship, and then he can, you know, play a trap card to get back the Dark Lady. Yeah, I just don't understand his logic. Seems very strange. But maybe if he goes ahead and wins, we can ask him during the interview.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty close game. You always have to consider it a close game when you're against Cosmo, because they can just absolutely obliterate you out of nowhere.
Yeah. That's the thing. We saw Tom Payne there just set that Frost Blast. Unless it was another card from Premium Gold. Very, very Premium Gold.
Okay, we just learned our technical director, who may have fallen off his chair, is actually okay. Sorry, we're also getting some direction, which is why there's an awkward whispering hush hush.
Yeah. Okay, so
there's the emergency teleport.
Get some stuff done now. We got a tin can.
Of course, you can't connect the farm girl because of the Prime Monarchs in the graveyard.
Yeah. So he's just gonna tin can and end phase. Straight in, pays 500. Show him some ships. It's probably gonna be a Slippy.
Slip Rider. Reference to possibly one of the worst pilots any person who grew up in the 90s ever flown with.
Oh, that's not good. He got a Dark Destroyer.
Yeah, that seems pretty good.
However, he must summon it now because he teleported in the tin can, so we'll see. But Dark Destroyer is probably going to hit itself, to be honest. Yeah, apologies for anyone's ears who got hit by the tech crew falling off his chair.
Technical.
He is okay. Yeah, he's fine.
Oh, it was Woodhouse.
Ah, okay.
Woodhouse, you should know better. Oh my god, I'm really sorry about that, guys. He will try harder to be better, won't you, Woodhouse? He's nodding.
Okay. There goes the air conditioning. Just everything's piping in this round. Everyone's wondering what's going on with these spaceships.
The pressure is on. Okay, we're going to see Prime Monarch coming into
the phase. There's a Prime Monarch. Okay. Luke Parks has some back row. He's got an untargetable Dark Destroyer. His opponent's not got much going on. Let's see where we go from here. Okay, Patheism.
Yep.
What's he gonna get? Okay, so he's getting Stormforth.
Yeah.
Which is actually really good for Luke Parks because he has a deflector.
He has a deflector ready for this.
Deflector. Magic deflector. Okay, so we're going to potentially see an XE play here, but no, because we've got a Return of the Monarchs on the field.
Yes, we're going to remember that he can't do that.
We're going to remember that he can't do that, yeah. I am primed, ready to tell our judge.
Have you already got the message typed?
Oh, it's ready.
Oh. Have more faith.
Yeah, it should be fine. So let's see what Tom Payne decides to go with here. He's playing Stormforth. We're going to see the deflector. The deflector might negate return.
It negates continuous.
Does it negate continuous?
Continuous spells as well, I believe.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't remember. Yeah, it does negate continuous as well, which means he now can exit summon.
Well, rank 5 actually goes toe to toe with a Dark Destroyer.
You got a fair point there, man. That was my answer.
No, yeah. I don't actually think there's a relevant rank 5 here.
I've got nothing. Yeah, he can make a rank 5, but I don't know what that's going to do for him. Or he can just call a Dark Lady just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case that rank 5 can do something.
No, the rank 5 can just then attack over the Dark Lady and then carry on as it was. But I'm not entirely convinced that's a strong play.
So he tributed 2 for Prime Monarch. Bearing in mind we still have Frost Blast set next to Return of Monarch.
That's true.
I think Tom Payne might have forgot about that.
Yeah, he could have used that area, but then Deflector could have still been chained anyway, so it's not like he would have gained anything from that.
Actually, by the sounds of it, so what's just happened there? Tom Payne went asked, "Oh, surely your return's getting negated by Deflector." I don't think Tom Payne realised that his return was negated, that he could go into a rank 5.
Ah,
that's really interesting. I don't think he realised.
Alright, he did realise, but as we said, like if there's not a rank 5 in his extra deck that suits his situation.
No, I don't think so. You got Shark Fortress, Durandal, Constella Pleiades.
Oh, just as a heads up, that's time on the round has just been called. So we are going into the extra turns end of match procedure.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that does mean we're not going to have time for an interview after this match with the winner. But we will see how this closes out with Tom Payne summoning Kuraz, the Light Monarch.
I'm a little bit confused as to why Dark Lady didn't negate either's effect.
Maybe Luke's just being super chill, and he's not worried about that.
Okay.
I say that's brave.
I'd be worried.
the giant guy who brings another giant guy, and he's not worried about that.
Okay, we're doing time now. So both players there, I can tell they've just got their pens out, been asked to keep track of time as well. So we're going to see Frost Blast.
It's another Call of the Haunted.
Does he have a ship?
Yeah, of course he does.
Oh, he does.
Of course he does. It's Cosmo. He always has a ship. Yep, Frost Blast. Does it destroy that target? Does it just destroy spell trap? That's what they're asking now.
Yeah.
Yep, it's still going to get destroyed, and that's going to trigger the...
Yeah, it says destroy it.
Forerunner. What do you go down to? You could go down to Tin Can. It kind of forces your opponent's attack for the turn.
Yeah. Trying to think what else you possibly could want to go for. Potentially get another Slip Rider just to continue to clear your opponent's board. Get rid of that Return of the Monarch just in case it bites him a little later. Maybe even just get Landwalker. Just so he can try and protect some stuff if he needs to. He's obviously making a big decision here, so he's taking his time.
Landwalker.
Yeah. Now that would have been my choice.
Yeah, because you can redirect any kind of destruction effects now over to the Cosmo Town as well, and get an additional ship search, which lets his Dark Lady
Survive.
I will survive. We're just gonna skip straight past that one. It's been a long day. I think we're all allowed.
Yeah, it's been a long day.
One outburst.
Yeah, well, people were asking me to sing earlier.
Really?
Yeah, there was just a small snippet of what will be happening much later. Casual round 8.
No, there's no karaoke in round 8.
Karaoke round 9.
No, that's just not happening.
Oh, okay. Right, okay.
Turn 2.
Yeah.
Sorry to rain on your parade. We can find a karaoke place after we're done with the live stream today if it makes you feel better.
Okay, that's good.
I won't take
So we
part,
can't
but I
live
will
stream
be
it?
there. No, we can't live stream. I don't think
Okay.
Twitch would allow us.
Okay.
I don't actually know what the rules on that is, to be honest.
Yeah, we've been told they would. Okay, so that destroyer. Finally, we decided what we're going with here. That destroyer is going in on that ether. He's just taking the damage, and then
You teleport. There is a point monarch, so it's not like this is going to connect.
but it's going to threaten enough. I think he's got any spells and traps to banish. I think he banished quite a few. He does have 1 or 2.
Yeah, but and that's good.
Yeah.
Well, he has the Dark Destroyer in hand, so he can now just banish this for Dark Destroyer. No, it's Forerunner. Forerunner can attack.
22.
24 handshake.
Yeah, there we go.
Cosmo.
Finished. Cosmoed him.
Fair play to Luke Parks after getting a very, very tough match in game 1 where he gets eliminated just off the back of a Vanity's Fiend.
Yeah, he very much just kept himself calm. Played through all his opponent's cards.
That was a really long match.
That was quite a long match.
But we've got to game 3. There's sometimes we've seen these game 1 40-minute matches, and
Yeah,
they drag on for a while. But that was a pretty strong match.
it was really good. You know, they both piloted their decks really well. I mean, Tom Payne, I don't want to say got lucky because he built his deck this way to be able to just summon that Vanity's Fiend and just tell your opponent can't play.
Yeah, well, he must have figured this out at the beginning. I mean, he was on a 4-0 record, and he's now 4-1.
Yeah,
Which is not a bad place to be
Not a bad record, no.
at the end of the day.
Nowhere near. So Luke's obviously going to go through with a 5-0 record now. Now that's very
How
strong.
many people do you believe would still be on 5-0 at this point? We'd have to look it up.
I could work it out.
Should we wait? Luke is very good at math.
Something like 15.
There you go.
It's like 15 people are left on an EXO record right now.
Okay, so we probably have. I just trust this. I'm not gonna.
About 15.
About
We
15.
got another 5 rounds, which means
Yes.
that's about right.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, that's our round 5. We're gonna take a short break because that was end of match procedure. I imagine we'll be starting up soon. Please enjoy some of our stuff. And we're actually, as a heads up, we're just because we heard we had a few quality